Hello learners, as you are getting closer to prelims 2025, what is more important other than the resources, test series and everything is a proper study plan wherein you know what to do in the coming following months. So we'll try to decode that particular thing in order to, see success in the prelims exam. So firstly, we'll know what exactly the prelims perspective is, because you guys now whatever studied would be in a subjective manner, in an analytical manner. That doesn't mean that in the prelims we need not to have an analytical approach, but more we'll try to emphasize on the objective of any particular part of the syllabus or any particular issue. So what you have to do is, first of all, see the prelims structure. What is the questions exactly asked? We do know that the first paper would be regarding the GS and the second paper would be regarding the CSAT. And especially this particular plan is for someone who is trying to give their first attempt in this particular year. For them, this is going to help in a very huge way. So, first of all, in the GS paper 1, you do have some things which are very core, though they are not explicitly mentioned name-wise, but it has been believed all throughout the years that the core subjects are polity, history, economy, geography, environment, science and tech, and current affairs is considered a separate topic. Current affairs doesn't mean your GK part, but current affairs related to these particular core subjects. And coming to CSAT, which is your paper 2, though it is just in qualifying nature, wherein you just need 33% to crack, but this require enough decent amount of focus and your preparation for this particular thing in order to qualify, so that your GS paper 1 can be analyzed. So what you have to do is, you need to focus on the high yielding subjects. We'll talk what are those particular topics or the subjects are. See, high yielding topics per se, like the previous year papers have been asked number of times regarding these core subjects. So, in these particular high yielding subjects, within that also we do have certain kind of repetitive themes which are seen, or one will understand who have done previous year question analysis so well and thorough. So, these kind of analysis will help. So, before shifting this kind of a mode, once again, though like you guys are so confident that you know the syllabus, but still put down your ego and try to analyze the syllabus of prelims in the first place before getting further. Then, what would be like in the May we have the exam. May would be completely dedicated for our revision, reviewing, or at least seeing where we stand and everything. But what about the before months? So in January, whatever is there, we'll try to build our foundation. The foundation, I believe that people have started right from July or June at least. So you'll have some kind of foundation already be built. At least half of the population would be completing their anthropology, or not just anthropology, but any other optional subject or their main core subjects. Now we will build the foundation, which is very important for prelims. In the say, what does it mean is like, whatever the foundation has to be built, as I told you, that high yielding topics, or also called as core subjects, those we will start with our NCERTs. When we are doing previous year questions analysis, we do know that we try to not, or we stand in a situation where we couldn't answer a particular question, and unfortunately that question would somewhere be in NCERTs. So we are never taking a chance of neglecting NCERTs, and the core subjects where our P, H, G and E are being built by these particular reference books or the textbooks. And coming to current affairs, since I believe most of us would not be so rigorously, so patiently reading all the compilations of every month, but at least now go back, see that whatever compilations have come in the past 1 year or at least 9 months, try to refer them, at least see the subheadings and know what exactly the topic is, so that you will be aware of the circumstances which are happening in and around. So, by focus on current affairs, by starting the monthly compilations and starting the NCERTs, and by just making sure that our sources are correct, in the January month we are focusing in this. Next, Coming to February and March, what we are doing, we are completing the core subjects. Before we have completed NCERTs and we have entered in the January month, we are trying to enter into the core subjects having the gist. Coming to February, we will be complaining whatever the remaining statics are there. Now we need not to keep in the January month, 1 week I will study only one NCERT will not work. 15 days or at least in 1 week you have to complete all the NCERTs or related subjects and then move on to the polity, geography, history and environment part of the core syllabus. Now in February, we will be completing economy, science and tech and ancient and medieval histories. I'll not be telling the sources any particularly right now because see, for example, in economy, one might follow Sri Ram's economy or Ramesh Singh sir's economy or Vivek Singh sir's economy. So by now, you must have some kind of a core book already been dedicated. So do not change that book, follow just that particular book, whatever the subjects are associated with. And daily, we are going to revise the static topics, whatever we studied so far in the January and February. By now, we have completed 6 core subjects and we are going to read newspapers, especially the editorial analysis, and we are going to revise current affairs. In the editorial analysis is why, though editorial is considered as mains, certain times we will get the whole story of a particular issue in an editorial. We might miss some kind of a facts, or if any report was been distributed or established by any organization, such kind of key facts can they're just mentioned in a gist format. So we will not miss this also in a daily basis. And coming to weekly, we'll now start solving the sectional test on the completed topics. Whatever topics are completed in a section wise way, we are going to pick up the test series, and that too we will do from February to March in these 2 months. And coming to April, completely we will be focusing ourselves into the test format and revision formats. Test based preparation, that was your brushing up the foundation, you built, you started or you revised and you completed the core syllabus. Now completely April, May, you need not to have a particular foundation build or something. January, February and March, dedicatedly, rigorously, you need to complete no matter what. And coming to April, completely it should be the test-based approach, wherein we'll now start solving the full-length test. Before and all, we were doing the sectional test in the previous months, but now we will be dedicatingly solving a full-length test, that too GS plus CSAT, and we'll analyze the mistakes. Importantly, the main purpose of writing test series or analyzing PYQs is to understand where exactly one is standing in the preparation. So it's very important to mark or analyze the mistake and to improve whatever is required, and whatever the notes are being made, that would be revising. And most importantly, the current affairs, the whatever months are left, I'll not give you any particular how it might suit. This is like a skeleton. You guys need to fill in wherever it is necessary, or whatever books you guys are following, that you need to fill in. This is a framework. So in the April month, while we are writing tests, that too full length test, we are not forgetting to revise the static syllabus which we have covered in the previous months. And mostly high written topics we are going to revise. Most importantly, in the polity, for example, the Constitution, Supreme Court, or whatever the bills or whatever, not just polity, but also in governance sector, if any schemes have come and such so. So, all these core subjects, we are focusing more and revising more and more so that we will succeed in the D-Day. 2025 would be completely intensive revision. There's no writing fresh or there is nothing to do new. In the month of May, we are revising all the subjects plus current affairs multiple times. This word is very important from January to May. Multiple times revision. Whatever you study, even if you study one line, multiple revision will pay it off. And we are attempting 2 to 3 mock tests per week under exam-like conditions. We are putting ourselves in an exam-like condition, and there are a number of institutes conducting such kind of exams where they'll give you a center and you go write. See what kind of institutes are providing like that, and see and write in an exam-like condition, and most importantly, review whatever the test you are writing. Static subjects like short notes, key facts and concepts, and the current affairs, whatever monthly, and also the data or the specific schemes or ministry schemes, all such schemes, just we are reviewing, because before and all we already laid the foundation. So now it's more importantly that we planned it. Now also how we are going to cover that to current affairs in a very smart way. We need to follow just one resource, that to monthly compilation of any institute. Whichever institute you believe or you are comfortable with, follow that monthly compilation, and that too only for one source. Not like 10 institutes are there on the table and you're not completing anything. Not like that, but only one source, and link whatever the news you're reading to the static topics. Like women's reservation bill is there. You're going to link it with polity, constitution and all such. So you're going to link particular current topic to your static topic, and focusing mostly on the government schemes, the policies and initiatives, and especially the IR part, whatever news comes, because IR is the most dynamic thing in the syllabus, and environmental conventions or reports or disasters, whatever are there in the news. And science and tech advancements, we are not going back and studying what is cell. I mean, we need to study, we need to be aware of that, but we are not focusing more on that. But the smart study person can focus more on these S&T advancements. That kind of questions are asked, believing that statement can work only when your foundation has been built. Next, how we are practicing, dedicate at least 1 to 2 hours weekly for quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning and the comprehension. We believe there are 3 parts. Definitely 1 to 2 hours weekly should be dedicated for the first timers and also people who couldn't clear the exam mainly because of CSAT. And we should solve 2 to 3 CSAT papers by the month of April, and this can be earlier also, and if possible can be done more number also, so that you can gain confidence in this particular qualifying exam. Next, what can be one, or what can one use as a revision strategy is weekly revision of the static subjects and current affairs. You need not to divert. It should not be like, yeah, I have read that line sometime in the back. It should not be like that. Definitely, if you do weekly revision, you will remember, yes, I read that topic and I do remember. That kind of confidence is important. And you need to use short notes, flow charts and mind maps so that you can quickly revise once you have moved on to from the topic. And revise in layers, because first of all, high priority topics has to be revised and then the lesser ones. This you will gain confidence only by doing PYQ analysis. Then, how to attempt mock test? You need to attempt mock test, as I said, start with topic wise, which is sectional wise mock test in February in the March time, and then move to the full length in the month of April. And you need to analyze very importantly where are you standing, that too on a weekly basis, and if any techniques are there or if any kind of pattern has been identified, you do not feel shy to follow those kind of patterns as well. So that is how you will attempt mock test. And obviously, if your health is good, that is when you go and sit there. So mind and body both should be aligning to your preparation, your motivation and your dedication. That is how you can consistently work. So in a just a wave, in the January, you are completing those subjects with building the foundations of NCERTs, and in February, you are completing economy, environment and you are revising current affairs, and in month of March, you are completing the static syllabus starting with the sectional test. Don't forget, in the month of March itself, sectional test has to be completed. That means January and February, you have to sit on that table every day and complete whatever topics are mentioned. And in April, you are goingly intensive mock test and by revising all the subjects. And in month of May, final revision, practice, revision, and then you go and give your exam. So, how you can achieve? By focusing on only UPSC relevant topics. You need to have consistently, and if possible, whenever necessary or whenever you have time, try to discuss the topics. That is how you will remember more, and you, even if you forget something, you can have some input. But if you see that conversation is turning in a negative aspect, just walk out. Do not feel shy to walk out. By following this, and most importantly, consistency, do every day until the D-Day has arrived. That is when you will crack prelims 2025 easily like a cakewalk. Thank you.